Before I forget, Kelly's going to stay up. We're going to have a little bit of a Q&A. Before I forget, because Mark Reed is really, he's dedicated, let me tell you. He says he doesn't want anyone leaving who said they were going to get a locker to make sure they don't fill out one of these, okay? So I used a lot of colorful language. So just make sure they fill out this. So grab one if you said you were going to grab one and fill it out. So yeah, we can make sure that the money goes where it should go. Before we do this little Q&A with Kelly, Dean Valli, who's here from the BC Lions, has a long history with Kelly. I should have had him up earlier because he wanted to say a few words, so I'm going to get Dean to come up and just say a few words about Kelly, and then we're going to start with the Q&A, okay? Is that all right with everybody? Okay.
So originally, like Julio said, I thought I was going to be speaking a little earlier, and I had a lot of nice things to say about Kelly, and I was going to give all the reasons why Kelly was the right choice. Now, between Farhan and George, that ship has thoroughly sailed, so I'm just going to have some fun with this. Don't worry, Kelly, I also have very little talent and very little athletic ability, much like you, and we both had pretty decent careers. So, I first met Kelly shortly after the draft in 2006. The first night of training camp, he requested that I go up and sing, as most of the rookies do. So I was actually the second guy to go up there and sing. I did a rendition of Kenny Rogers' The Gambler. That song haunted me for the next 7 years. Thank you very much for that, Kelly. But in all seriousness, from day one, Kelly was always kind to me. He always helped me go in the right direction, and it wasn't long before people were calling me Junior Bates. I didn't know what to make of that comment at first, and it wasn't until a number of years later that I realized what a compliment that actually was. It's been an absolute pleasure to play with Kelly. I was fortunate enough to play with him for 5 years. And then he got on the coaching staff. And he was kind of my boss for 4 years, which was kind of weird. Kelly, I'm glad you got this job, not only for the sake of Simon Fraser football. Like I said, I took to social media. I don't do that very often. Makes me a little uncomfortable. But I was very candid in saying that this was the right choice, and I'm glad Simon Fraser finally came to their senses. I absolutely meant that. I assumed there was probably going to be some blowback from that comment, and thankfully the SFU athletic department agreed with me on some level. But when I said that, I absolutely meant it. He was the only choice for that job, and I'm glad they finally came around and went in that direction. You young players, you have no idea what the opportunity you've been given. I owe a lot of what I am today to this man. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with him. He is going to teach you things. He's a proud man, and he can be very intense. Very, very intense. But everything he does because he loves what he does, and he's proud of where he comes from, and that's why he's going to build this program from the inside out right here in British Columbia. So I think you guys are very lucky. Kelly, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak here tonight. It is an honor, and I'd just like to say I'm glad that you're not my boss anymore, and we can continue our friendship on a more appropriate level. Guys, thank you very much.